Why do you think you were able to just kind of drop in there and figure it out? Shanahan's offense is obviously a lot. There's a lot of things going on, a lot of things happening. There's number 3 overall picks that couldn't handle that offense. There's other people that haven't been able to handle that offense. You come in here and you're the most efficient, seemingly quarterback that Kyle Shanahan has ever had in the offense. Why do you think that's the case, and why do you two seem to have it down? And why is that offense hum whenever you're in there, you think, Brock?
Man, I mean, it's not all me. I've had really good coaches around me, like Greasy and Kubiak. Those guys, they from day one, they invested their time to teaching me. So that's first. But other than that, man, it's just been it's a grind of studying. It's like another language with this offense, and you can never be too familiar with it. Like, it's always going to be where you have to continue to learn it and grow with it. But I don't know. Shanahan's just been able to break it down to me, and for me, I've learned so much just in football in general, just how he thinks and processes things, and so we've clicked in that regard. And then obviously, I just go out there. I try to keep it simple for how complicated the offense is, and distribute it to the guys that are all around me. I got dudes around me, so put all those things together and you have some success.
Well, the dudes around you, and as you continue to chat here, you do look like a 12-year-old. I mean,
a little bit.
This baby face, this baby face is phenomenal. I look like I'm 50. I have looked like I'm 50 since I'm like 15. You have the opposite thing kind of taken over. As you get older, you're looking younger. But when you talk about the dudes around you, that's kind of been held against you. And have you heard all the noise and all the chatter about how they judge you? And I think our big takeaway is, like, not only is he Mr. Irrelevant, so let's not even, that conversation's done, whatever. Greatest Mr. Irrelevant of all time. Not even a question. But you're a rookie handling business. It's like, this is a young quarterback doing things, going into big games and operating at a high level. And then second year, you back it up yet again. But you still have a lot of people just burying you on a regular basis. Do you hear that? Do you try to keep it out? How can you in the modern world? And what are your thoughts on how you've been judged since you got into the NFL?
Yeah, I mean, it's a thing, obviously. It's part of the sport, and I'm not saying, oh, woe is me or anything like that. I mean, it's part of it, man, and people are always going to have a talking point, and that's fine. But for me, man, all I care about is the respect with the guys in the locker room, with the coaches, the staff, the organization, and they see, you know, how I handle business here and how I perform in games and what's on the film rather than just feelings and opinions and emotions. You turn on the film, like there's plays being made. There's a guy that's playing quarterback for what it is, and that's how I look at it. And as long as we're winning games, dude, it really don't matter. Like, I keep it simple, and we just keep moving the ball forward, and that's how I look at it. But it's part of it. So,
amen. You know, you're a check down king, but your yards per attempt's like number 1 in the league or something. So, you know, everything kind of is hypocritical to itself in the middle of the argument. And I'm very happy that you have the mental toughness to kind of just keep forging forward. How do you continue to develop? What do you continue to get better at? Obviously, you have this keyhole accuracy. I mean, you pull.
Yeah.
Now, Ty Schmidt, who asked you a question in a matter of moments, said you can never beat Iowa, but that's neither here nor there. As soon as you get it, that's what he'll say. I'm just telling you you can prepare for that. I know you're a big prepared guy. It's coming. It's coming right down the pipe there. But you put the ball right in the keyhole. Whenever you have to make an audible or read a defense, you do it. You throw the ball deep. You throw the ball short. Ayuk right there on the money. Let's follow the Niners again on Instagram, maybe. But like through all of it, you know, what do you continue to work at to get better? And what does this offseason look like for you?
Yeah, I mean, it's an evolution, you know, just with your body in the NFL. I mean, there's obviously continue to work on my arm and just mobility with my body and itself, and maybe just get a little bit more agile with speed and all that. But physically, you know, there's always going to be more room for improvement. And so that's where I'm attacking this offseason. And then just the playbook, like I said, man, it's something that you got to continue to study and work at and to get better with how Kyle sees the game, man. If you're on point with who's calling the plays and why he's calling them, then I feel like, you know, our relationship can continue to grow, and then we can really be a dominant force in this league. So that's where I'm at. You can never get comfortable in this league. You'll get exposed real quick, and so it's always, you know, finding that chip on your shoulder and continue to push. So that's where I'm at.
Yeah, Niners faithful is going to be pumped to hear that, obviously. Everything you've done since you've gotten the job as a starting quarterback for the Niners has just been like, that's what we're looking for. As a young buck, especially one that doesn't have a lot of money, I think you have money. You're paid very well. I get it. But I think you're splitting roommate. You have a roommate splitting lease and everything like that. As this young guy, has it been tough in that locker room full of dudes as a quarterback to be the leader? Because a quarterback, you're immediately put in a leadership role. You're the one who has to tell the plays. You're the one that has to get on people's ass. We saw you get a little fiery. I think George Kittle even told us, like, I saw Brock, like, get after a couple people, and George was like, I need to see that. Like, that is what I need to see. Has it been difficult to be like a guy that just wants to make team, guy that's not been really handed anything, and then all of a sudden it's like, hey, we need you to be a leader of adults here. Not just adults, some of the highest paid guys at almost every single position. Has that been an easy transition for you, and how do you handle all of that?
I mean, since I got here day one, it's been about, how can I, show these guys that I can play and earn their respect and not come in with a puffed out chest saying I'm the guy, follow me. It's been a process. It was obviously came in as a third guy, then the backup, and then starter. So, but how I've handled my process hasn't changed, and I think the guys respect that. And I'm a guy that wants to help serve this team and help win at all costs. Before, even when I was backup all the way till now as a starter, it's been the same thing. So they know that, they feel it, and so once I got thrown into the role, man, they've gone behind me and we're like, all right, this kid wants to win and he's capable of leading us. So it sort of was about like the way I carried myself rather than all the rah-rah stuff. So but yeah, it's different because I was the last draft pick to obviously now we're leading this team, and you got so many veterans like Fred Warner, George Kittle, Juice, all these guys that have been here for a while, and now all of a sudden, like, I gotta go in the huddle and lead them and tell them what to do, kind of thing. And so, but they've been great with it, man. They've got behind me, and I got just some dudes that they want to win, and so do I, and that's the ultimate goal. So, in that regard, they've made it easy for me.
Do you feel like when Bosa came up to you, he's like, how you do it? Like, I'm the number one overall pick, and like I get nervous, and how do you? Have you always been just stone cold killer? Legit. In those massive games, you play your best football. Has this been your entire life? Do you think like you're just built differently? Do you look back in a moment like maybe when you were a kid playing like youth baseball where they're throwing way too much?
Way too much.
Pitchers are throwing way too many pitches at the young age. Jeff Passan wrote a book on it.
He did.
Okay, it's ruining elbows in the MLB. But anyway, is there any moment where you look back where you've always had like kind of this stone cold killer mentality?
Yeah, I mean, I don't know. Growing up and stuff, there's been moments in Little League and high school where, there were some big plays that I made in moments, but obviously there's been plays that don't go my way. So it's, do you get too high with it? Do you get too low with it? It's a game, it's 4 quarters. And so for me, it's been about, and it's a long season too. So it's been about, dude, how can I continue to get better? How can I enjoy the little wins and learn from the losses? But guys feed that, they feel it. And obviously, like in that moment, Bosa was just like, dude, what, like, how the heck do you do it?
But, yeah, an alien, bro. Like, what's going on? Because I get nervous, and he's a specimen. That's a jungle cat.
Yeah,
that dude's a jungle cat.
Dude, different. Day one, I got here my rookie year, and everyone's like, bro, just wait till you see Bosa come in and report. And I'm like, all right. He came walking in, I was like, oh my gosh, I've never seen someone that big.
Never seen a human built like that. Yeah, like my first day in the building, I saw Robert Mathis, shirtless, headphones in, jumping rope, and he like didn't break a skip for like 15 minutes straight. I'm like, what's wrong with that? Hey, I'm in the same team as that guy. I don't know if that's necessarily the right moves in this all.